Hey, good afternoon, folks. It's Bill from Competition Cars, and now we're going to go over the exterior on this 1979 Lincoln Town Car in a beautiful triple teal color, 27,000 miles on it. And if you guys watched any of the other videos on this car, you're going to see that I am extremely transparent. And I'll tell you why, because, you know, when I'm buying these cars, I depend on the client to tell me like it is. And sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't, whether intentional or unintentional. So when I get a car, I'm expecting a certain level of quality and condition. And when I don't get it, I don't like it. So I don't want that happening. I don't want to be that guy. I want my clients to know exactly what they're buying. So the paint looks really nice. This is a one-time repaint. It has nice paint, nice body. There's no rust on the body. However, some of the bright work is a little substandard. The back bumper is probably the worst of the whole bright work. If you can see, it does have that pretty heavy fading and micro scratching. And then on this corner, the chrome is starting to split. Not uncommon. And it's all based on how the car was stored. Now, if you look at the paint and the wheels and all the chrome and bright work and all, overall it is nice. The top is in fantastic condition. Most of the bright work is very, very nice. But again, it does have some substandard things about it. So let's walk around it one more time, and then I'll start pointing out the things that you guys would need to know about, okay? So for example, the turbine wheels, they're great. There's no curb rash. Tires are good. The car, like I said, runs, drives good. The bright work around this side marker light is good. The front bumper is way better than the back bumper, but not perfect. The top of the grill here has some of that micro scratching in it and some failure of the chrome there. Again, just calling it like it is. I'm being super picky because I don't want any surprises. You got a little ding here. The top of that piece of bright work looks pretty good. A small ding there on that piece of bright work. Mirrors are okay, although there is some light pitting on top. All that bright work looks okay. The vinyl top looks great. All the polished aluminum looks good. Top of the door handles are average, not great, not perfect, but not terrible. A little bit of pitting there on that one. There doesn't seem to be any dents or dings on the body. I mean, like I said, actually the paint looks good. There's no rust around these base of these, the molding where the top meets the body. All that looks great. Again, the top looks great. A little bit of pitting there. A little bit of, well, that's actually not too bad. A little pitting on this inside ridge here. The worst thing about it is the rear bumper. And I will tell you this, I'll get a better shot of it when the car's up in the air. Behind these bumpers, there's a shock there and a shock there, impact shock. So if you were to bump something, that bumper is designed to push in and spring back. And this is one of the things the client didn't tell me. It's got the shock on that side. On this side, there was some rust where the shock attached to the frame. Instead of fixing it properly, they got rid of the shock, welded a piece of metal in there. So now this is going to be a very rigid end on the bumper. So if you were to bump somebody, it's not going to give. It's just going to stay in place. Again, I should have been told about that. I don't like that I wasn't told about it. I know about it, so you're going to know about it. But overall, I mean, listen, it's a gorgeous car. And a lot of times people will tell me, gosh, you're talking down about the car, but it looks so good. But that's just the way I am, guys. I don't want you guys to get something that you're not expecting. I don't want you to go to the shop and put it up on the lift and the repair shop goes in for service and they go, oh, well, you know, you got a welded shock on this side or whatever. I'm going to just tell it like it is. And like I said, we will get the car on the lift so we can get a good look at the undercarriage. I'm going to call this driver quality, okay? Again, this is a car that you can hop in, drive. If it gets wet, you don't have to worry about it. If you can't keep it indoors every night, you're not gonna have to worry about it. It's not a concourse quality car. Now, again, it looks good. It's just not one of our better offerings. I mean, it has some flaws. And I spent over $2,000 fixing a bunch of stuff, and there's still some things that aren't just right. The door locks aren't working, but we fixed the air, just went through it and serviced it and did everything we could do to make it as nice as we could. We talked about the exhaust manifold leak. When it's cold, you can hear it pretty loud. When it warms up, it goes away. My shop was going to fix it. And they're like, listen, if we start breaking bolts, we're not responsible. I said, you know what? Leave it. I'm going to disclose it. It's not that terrible. We'll let the next owner decide what he wants to do with it. But as long as I'm telling you what is wrong with the car and you know and you're paying attention, then it is what it is. I cannot make a 40 or 50-year-old car brand new in each instance. So there it is. You'll see this video on YouTube first. It will be live on Bring a Trailer soon, the next probably 5 to 10 days. And again, at the end of the day, the car looks good, the air is cold, it drives good, and it's got a beautiful paint and body on it. So check it out. Any questions, put them in the comment section. Hopefully you can appreciate our honesty and our transparency on these auctions. Thanks, guys.